Hello everyone, welcome to Making Sense of MLM Mondays. Today we're going to go over the Power of 3 bonus. Most network marketing companies in their comp plan not only have the main comp plan, but they have other bonuses around them. And the Power of 3, or some sort of structure where building 3 people, and 3 people gives you like extra money or extra bonuses. Well, we'll go into it and I'll show you what the idea of behind paying a special bonus for 3 people, then each of them having 3 and each of them having 3 to the 3 levels deep. The picture of a Power of 3 bonus, normally it's you and then your 3 and then each of their 3 and those people's each of their 3. Okay, and then you have the 3 levels deep. And in doTERRA's particular compensation plan, on the first level, if you have 3 that are and go download the plan so you can see the details, because I don't want to get into the actual details to qualify. But basically, if you have 3 people on an LRP order of 100 PV, then you get 50. And then if each of them hold the structure of each having 3, then you get 250. And then if everybody in the first and second level holds the structure of having 3 with the LRP at 100 points, you get $1,500. And that's a month. And that's a recurring bonus that you would make every month if you hold this structure with the specific details of a specific plan. I'm going to put a quote on the board, or a proverb on the board, which most people know, and then I'm going to finish it off with why in network marketing there's an additional concept to it and why that equates to 1, 2, and 3 levels deep. Okay, so everybody knows this proverb: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day; teach a man how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. And I think a lot of people in network marketing stop there, thinking that, again, network marketing is really not about giving somebody something for nothing, but teaching somebody how they can do the program and how they can do the comp plan and how they can do the business, and then how that can enhance their life for a lifetime. Okay, so everybody knows that proverb. Now, let's just look again at the Power of 3 bonus, where you have your 3 people, they have their 3 people. This is not going to look good. And then each of them have their 3 people. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, whatever. You get it. And then just fill this in with the levels, okay? So here you have your first level, your second level, and your third level. If you'll notice, if you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime, that really only deals with your first level. So you could see here I added a little more to the phrase. And it's teach a man how to teach his children how to fish, and you feed generations. And that's what we're trying to do in multi-level marketing or network marketing. Okay, so I like to use something outside of network marketing for an example to show what the difference between this and this. So in this case, a man comes from Italy, let's just say, and he's a shoemaker. And he comes from Italy and he teaches his son how to make shoes. So he teaches a man how to make shoes, and that man can have shoes for a lifetime, or his son can have shoes for a lifetime. Then what happens is that son doesn't teach his son how to make shoes. He sends his kid to college. So now the third generation is, so the first guy knows how to make shoes, the second guy knows how to make shoes, and the third generation doesn't know how to make shoes. He's off to college doing something else. So in this case, when this man teaches his son how to teach his children how to make shoes, then it's a constant cycle that happens generation after generation after generation after generation. If you just teach somebody how to enroll somebody, all you've taught them is how to enroll somebody. What you're trying to do is you're trying to teach people how to teach other people how to enroll people. And when you do that, you're going to have generations, or basically what you're going to do is you're going to build levels. I hope that's right. So you're building levels, okay? And that's what you're trying to do in network marketing. So here, when you're teaching a man how to fish, right, you're just going to one level. You're just doing this, right? But in here, if you're teaching a man, right, how to teach his children how to fish, okay, then you got your 3 generations, 1, 2, 3. And that's why this bonus pays when you build 3 levels deep. Not just 1 level deep, not just 2 levels deep, but 3 levels deep, because it perpetuates this cycle when you have 3 levels. So again, most network marketers will say, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, which we definitely do not do in network marketing. We don't give anything away for free. But it's not just teaching a man how to fish, okay? Because it's not just teaching a man how to enroll. You're teaching a man how to teach his children how to fish. And then you're creating generations of people who know how to fish, okay, or enroll. Okay, so that's the basics of why the power of 3 is 3, okay, and not 2 or 4. So here, power of 3, here are the 3 acronyms that I have for these particular words. Okay, a peaceful physical place where 1, meaning you, are open, observant, and operates. It's not just about taking action. Because I've heard that many times where people say, I think it's Tony Robbins, and I love Tony Robbins. It's, it's like, it's the ability to take action. But I've found that it's not only the ability to take action, because you could take action and be going off in the wrong direction. So you really have to be observant of like where you want to go, and you have to be open to the idea of actually doing something or something different. So again, and then, what kind of action are you taking? You're taking the action where your ego is remembered. And that's why it's a physical place, because let's just say in the metaphysical or the spiritual world, there's some people believe that there's a thing called life between lives. And in between your lives, your past lives and your current lives, you have these discussions or of some sort of meetings up in heaven or wherever it is or whatever you believe, where you kind of plan the events, not your experience of the events, but the events that are going to occur in your life. When we talk about power here on earth, it's a physical place, you take action, and the action that you're taking is where you manifest your ego, okay, and you remember it. So you remember, they have a thought that you're remembering, and you actually, and I've said this before, you remember, you put it back together. So you take an idea that you had from the life between lives or whatever you believe. It doesn't even have to be a life between lives. Say you were, a year ago, you decided you want to do something and you didn't do it, and now you're actually going to remember what you thought of a year ago, and you're going to actually put it together and make it a physical thing. Or you're going to reset. So we talked about, and I promise I will do the ego stuff, where you're going to reset your ego and do something different. And I would say, I don't know, I'd say 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10 in network marketing, the person is going to reset their ego because they're usually not a leveraged person. Because most people in the world aren't leveraged. So the chances are that if you get into a network marketing business, you're not in a leveraged position. You're either an employee, a self-practitioner, self-employed, and you're going to have to reset that. And we'll talk about that later. So the power in general and in network marketing here is, again, to take this action where you build, either you change your vibration and raise it and then remember it and put it back together in a different way, or reset it. Why 3 as opposed to 1 level or maybe 2 levels is you're really trying to create a team. Okay? And at some point, the idea is that the team starts to build, and that team helps rocks to roll. Okay, so my team helping the rocks to roll, I have this saying. One of my favorite sayings in the past was, a rolling stone gathers no moss, because I'm the type of person who just wants to keep rolling, and that's just the way I am in life. Relationships, I'm going to put a disclaimer in my book when I write it that it's not going to help you or teach you how to stay in relationships. It's not necessarily going to break up your relationships, but to stay in them, maybe not so. So I'm always like, the rolling stone gathers no moss. You just keep going, okay? But when you get into network marketing, you can't be a lone rock rolling, because that's just not going to work. That works for the employee, that works for the self-employed, and it works for the self-practitioner. But it doesn't work in network marketing. So you have to have more than 1, more than 2, more than 3. So I had to adjust my saying from a rolling stone gathers no moss, and many stones rolling together moves mountains. And in my brain, I literally thought about it. If you're moving 1 stone, it's just a stone rolling somewhere. But if, say, a mountain is made up of many, 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 many stones, and they all start to roll, all of a sudden, that mountain, starts to roll and create another mountain somewhere else. So if you want to move mountains in network marketing, you can't do it alone. Like I said before, the employee can. The employee can get better and better and better and better and better and make more money and make more money and make more money. But to be leveraged, you have to have more than 1, more than 2, 3. If you have your 3 and each person down the line has their 3, then all of a sudden you're getting into exponential energy. And, the 3 in general, the three going this way, in this level, and then the 3 going this way, you know, the 3 and then all of these people in between, the 3 and the 3 starts to create exponential energy. And not the energy of a singular person, not the energy of an employee, not the energy of a self-practitioner, not the energy of a self-employed. You're talking about the energy of a leveraged person. Okay, so that's why 3, because you're really trying to create that team, and that helps the rocks roll, and that creates the exponential energy and moves mountains. When you create a team and you start to have those levels and that exponential growth, when you actually achieve the bonus, you know, the extra $1,500 a month, is when you have the 3, the 9, the 27 down. And that's when you become one, okay? You become one with us, okay? So there's an us, there's a group above you, whatever, and the group below you really becomes part of the group, part of the, well, what I like to say us is, my acronym for us is United Souls. Okay, so we're united in a particular journey along the way. Okay, so you become one, you know, one unit, and you become one of us, and you're in a united soul. My other part of this, if this one doesn't work for you, because a lot of people get really picky about my acronyms and they don't like the way that would look. So if you can't, then it's you become of one notion. Okay, so we have one thought, we have one goal, like, you know, I was just listening or reading something about, I think, Ron Leary, because he went from the Cowboys to Denver. And hopefully Tony goes to Denver and I could become a Denver Broncos fan. And, you know, I'll still like the Cowboys, but whatever. Anyway, so when you become of one notion, so I think Ron Leary was saying the goal for everybody in the NFL is to win the Super Bowl. It just is. You know, if you're a competitor, and you are if you've gotten to the NFL, because it's not an easy task, everybody's goal, everybody's notion, that one notion is to win the Super Bowl. Okay, so in network marketing, again, you get that bonus when you can get those 3, 9, 27 people to have that one notion, to be united with you in spirit and soul, to actually accomplish the goal of network marketing, you know, of leverage. Again, the only reason why we do network marketing is for leverage. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put 2 other ideas on the board that can also be a concept of what this one notion is.